Collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. God, the stress is inside of you. And if you don't know what to do, you better check yourself or you wreck yourself, because it's a balance of mind, a thought, a feeling. Because you have to look. It's that action when you're taking the action. And when you're in that Mars energy, are you using it aggression? Are you being kind, caring, calm, cool, collective, enabling, supporting, or compassionate? Having understanding to be able to understand about other people, or and when you've got that guilt, and why you got this guilt, was it because of the actions that you took when you was in those low dense energies? Because that's you having to look when you're moving through that root chakra, and you're moving through the foot bottom, you're moving through hell, and it's Satan, it's Saturn, it's that returning all those thoughts and those energies. You could be looking who you thought there was being used of these hidden skills and thought they was giving some great clarity, or because when you're in your ego and that aggressive, and certain people was passionate to be able to obtain in because it was having insane in the membrane in, because now they're having these images. They could be looking back at you. This could be a mother figure. Take it all as it resonates. Father figure, moon, illusions because of certain habits. Now they're looking at their self, that structure, connecting to those emotions. Now they're looking at the way they did you have structure and what leadership skills. And was you contented? Was you centered? Did you gain knowledge and wisdom at the same time, so you was able to encompass energies, emotions? That's like that Holy Trinity when you got that divine, and you're looking at those 4 seasons, and you're looking at for the reasons, and it's looking at that earth, air, fire, water. Was you balanced? Was you using your intuitions? Was you connecting to your inner skills and looking at your self-development and self-awareness? Because people are looking at that now because they was insecure in their thoughts. And how can I surrender even more in this moment? They could be having grief. You could feeling like grief. Take this all as it resonates. They could looking you up because it's that 401s, and you know you're just trying to gain that little willpower and that little strength in time. Because when you see, when you got to protect yourself, because certain people was being creative, they could be looking at you and saying, wow, you're creative, you've got certain skills. I'm gaining clarity in regards to who you are. You was like one seed that I planted, and now I'm looking about the actions about certain seeds that I was planting, who I was planting these seeds with, about this foundations, because that are certain things what you're trying to be able to secure. So now they could be seeing you, you're secure, you're steadfast, you're organized. They've got an image of you, and now they can see that's that judgment, because it's awakening. It's a spiritual box. Slap, a bitch slap in your face, in their face, in this mother's face, because they can see their mindset to the way how you're caring, nurturing, balance, beauty, moving pleasure. You've got to understand to overstand. And when you're creating the things that you're possessed and what you're creating, you create it with balance, because you're enabling people just as me now, helping you, collective, enabled to be able to have that balance of mind. Nurture yourself. Don't be a bitter bitch. Be a better bitch out here in these streets. Don't be a NPC and up and down patrolling people like you ain't got nothing to do because you're a non-player component out here. Because when you're needing people to play against you, and who's playing against you and they're not playing against you in the rightful way, and they're just obtaining information of you, because why? They're insecure. That's when they lack self-awareness, self-compassion, self-development. And to be able to say, because that's 3 perfect candidates, they was not, are you not qualified? And why put them on the list? So they could be looking at you and saying you're not qualified. Like you're not qualified to do the things that you're doing. Like you're not dependable, you're not powerful, you're not stable, you haven't got that balance, you haven't got that unity. And that's that duality of mind. So you got that higher awareness of the divine. And you're connected, and you got that omnipresence where you get that telephone call, and the Most High God gives you these messages and lets you know, Lord, have mercy of my roof. I'm ready ways. I too may many drinks. So then we're looking at their wolf from ready ways when they had too many drinks and they had this aggression. They was impulsive, moving with these low phallic energies. That's when you're moving like I am, like I'm the shit. And you could just know I'm cool, calm, collective. They was the one who wanted to be able to be seen, and I want to be that one who's the queen. And they're now looking you up because now look at their backs, because they're caught a case when they was chasing, and they didn't realize that you're unbothered. You're just balanced. You're nice. You're just sailing away, dreaming that you float in on that $1,000 beach bed, looking for your baby. He's in the sea. You're just waiting to rescue me. So they're looking at, because they caught a case about this extra infection, extra disease, rash in the tash and the stash between your crotches and your legs. Now they're looking up for certain information now. They could be looking at WhatsApp disease, because certain people moving like those unbothered, when those lying down with this feminine energy. Take it all as it resonates, because now they're looking up. They could be looking you up, because they've got a case. They've got a spiritual dis-ease, and you're unbothered. The person they with could be moving like they're unbothered. Take this all as it resonates, because they're feeling left out in the cold, and that's the story to be told, because they sold their soul for a little pot of gold. You're wrong, making a decision on an assumption. You're arrogant, making a great person. So they say you was arrogant because you made assumptions, and when they had this aggression, and then you was inspirational, and they could see how certain people was competing against you because they was in their ego, and they didn't understand to be able to overstand because of the way they was acting. They came with like great conflict, and you've got this positive, vibrant energy. They didn't realize and understand about understanding, self-awareness, self-development, looking to be able to how to improve. That's empowering yourself, looking at that wellness, about your stability, your foundations, how you're moving, your approach towards life, how when you're meeting other people, I am, blah, blah, and how you present yourself to how you actually really are. There was 2 different, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different people. How will I know? I've said something out of context till I've said it. So how will they know they said something out of context till they said it? The only way you know is you've said something out of context until you said it. It depends on the tone of your voice, the attitude, the response, your body language, your physical appearance, the way how you communicated it, the way how you conveyed that message. Was you insecure? The way how the response to what you got, and how did you feel? Listen to your body, because you know, was it with aggression? Was it with that sincereness and kindness and like, yeah, don't worry about it, okay, then we'll sort that out, we'll speak about it? Or was it fuck, or was it with a lot of shouting and egos getting involved? Because that's operating in their best interest. Was you operating in your best interest? Because you know that you have to operate in your best interest, because you have to look at the context. When certain people was going on, like you was chatting shit to be able to block you so you wasn't even able to speak, because that's protecting somebody. Somebody could be protecting somebody now. So that's like, shh, don't say anything. And it's like, you know, when you're trying to hold the words and get the rightful words out to say, you don't even know how to be creative, because it causes you grief. Because that's like, have mercy on me. That's that rough and ready ways. Now they're saying, oh my gosh, you've got your rough and ready ways. You straight say it how it is about these fire signs when they was in the ego and they was moving in that low dense energy, having these extra energies, trying to be able to create, and they was taking risk in that community. Seeker of cups, you just seek, because you speak, you give clarity. You could be this earth sign, they could be an earth sign, water sign, fluidity. You're unable to be able to speak because you're unable to be able to cleanse and have that emotions. You're unable to connect to those relationships because that's you using your intuitions. That's when you got balance and you're stable, and you're just looking like, do you think I don't know about the actions you took? I've got clarity of mind. You even need cleansing blood, because of when you was taking that action, you walk with light, you walk with joy, you walk with peace. You listen to the spirit of the divine, because that was speaking to you. It speaks through those emotions. You was unable to be able to encompass, because that's when you got balance and you got understanding. You're able to be creative, to be able to use your intuitions. You know when people are being selfish and loyal, who's holding on and clinging on. You just leave people. If that fish wanted to jump out that motherfucking cup, jump out, bitch. Because when you jump out, you're going to have to identify and analyse about them habits. Stop fucking jumping out the fucking cup. Because when you jump out the cup, you're going to fucking have to get on that dry land, and you're going to fucking rot up and dry, or you're going to have to get in that sea and swim, and you're going to have to find somebody else. Take it all as it resonates. Because that's that 5 of Swords. You can see respite. Certain people thought you were stressed and down and out. Weak in your knees like you can hardly speak, so you was losing control like something was taking over you. But you identified. These people are looking at you. They could have been sending shots towards you and looking and seeing how you're still standing. Better than you've ever been. You're coming like a true survivor, because they're getting revelations. And now they're looking, because that's that 3 of Swords. They thought it was going to give you a heartache, but they was protecting somebody. This divine masculine could have been protecting you, so you didn't have that 4 of Swords with stress. Take it all as it resonates. You could have spoke the truth, because you had to encompass these feelings and these emotions, because that's you looking at the mysteries to the stories now. How they tried to block you, and now they're stressed and you're not stressed, and how they was trying to stab things towards you. That could have been a feminine energy, stabbing words, wordplay. you was intelligent. They thought there was intelligence. Their intelligence was shit. They was what they was clinging on to. When they thought they was stabbing these thoughts, it wasn't stabbing you, it wasn't hurting you, because it was just like, just nicely guided. Nicely guided. Now this truth seeker of truth, they're getting stabbed. They're having stress. They're having conflict. Because they can see that you're that sunshine, the only sunshine. You make people happy when the skies are grey. You just be highlighting your hidden skills and your qualities to transform away. So you're going into inspection. You look and you got protection. You've got divine protection all around. You are the spirit guides. They give you clarity about this 5 sign. Now they're getting the box in town. Now this 5 sign, they're looking now back at that community, and they was thinking that they were secure in a home, and now they're looking back towards you and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm having stress and conflict because that home ain't at home, because they ain't there. And now they're looking now, because they're coming through those emotions, those thoughts and feelings. They could be looking back towards you now and saying, oh my gosh, you're secure. Your foundations are cool, calm and collective. They thought you was having stress. They thought they was going to give you that respite, and you're going to be in your house there having revelations. You're just standing strong, better than you've ever been. You're just that true survivor. And now they don't even know what to do. Because now when they look back towards you, don't know what it feels like to be anyone else but me. So they don't know, you don't know what else it feels like just to be your true, unique, authentic self. For you to be able to continue to keep growing, having that complete trust, love yourself, nurture yourself, have that balance of mind, clarity, because when you're possessing the things that you're securing, and that's your knowledge and wisdom, understanding to be able to overstand, because that's when you're serving and enabling people to grow. When people are trying to make you slow and not have these words be able to come out, because they're dominating over you, resources, and then when you're speaking these things, because it was a part of your legacy, you connected to that divine, and that was you listening to the ancestors. They told you gain introspection. You had to look and go inwards. That's introspection. Gain clarity, higher thoughts of mind, and that was you listening. You took white, cleanse yourself from certain family members and friends, people around you, those masculines, because of the way how they was detached from their emotions, even from bad habits that you had, they had. Take it all as it resonates, because they're looking back towards you. It says your success inspiring your loyalty, so they can see you're speaking clearly of truth, clarity of thought. That's when you're creative, connecting to those emotions, because you always either jump in that ocean, but your balance of those feelings, you didn't make that cruff, they now made a cruff. Come and stuff them with some bullshit, because that's that 28, some bullshit. They stuffed them with some bullshit about some money, and now they're identifying that's awakening. They was stuck running through those low dense chakras, I told you guys. They were now looking at themselves because they didn't have balance, so they kept on tripping up and fucking up, because they didn't realise when they was walking into the things that was in unknown. They was a blind balance. They didn't have clarity. They wasn't listening to the spiritual guides and the ancestors about who's using their hidden powers, and you're that true high priestess, and the way how their mindset to what they valued, and it was about money and the things that you could see. You had that spiritual balance as the physical, the mental, the internal, external, yin to the yang, the sun to the moon, and you kept on growing, because that was you in Pluto to be able to transform. Certain people tried to dominate over resources, so you could see they're seeking the truth about this truth seeker who was trying to dominate over resources. These won't come out in my hand. And it says presence, that's looking at the ascensions, because they're looking now about money and the partners within that childlike spirit, what they're trying to possess, and when they was creating with their significant other. Now they're relating back to the relationships, past people, places. They didn't have balance, and now they're getting that understanding, because that's that Four of Swords, and that's stress, conflict, all in your mind. So you have to look at why, where, what, when, and who was causing this. And it's sneaking and lying to be able to get to you. So they could be sneaking now, lying, protecting themselves to be able to get towards you, because they're looking back and now that security. That could be looking at the endless things in this feminine energy. Worth taking the chance, not waiting, no longer sick of waiting inside. That's Luna. Be touched. I want a new. So they wanting a new one. They move, go ahead with you. They could be shooting their knowledge and speaking, wanting clarity of thought and give you some intellect. Can't help, ask random questions. A girl can dream. So they could say if somebody was trying to dream to be able to block you, stop you, so they were going to be able to go forward to this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, because they thought they was going to get that 07, like they were speaking the truth. Now they can see that you're that true speaker. Because that's that great work. Certain people's great work didn't work. Your great work of you speaking that truth worked. About those four, I told you about the four. You was that fifth element. You air, fire, water. And you've just spoke with that earth. Balance, higher awareness, clarity about actions they took when they was in that unknown. Now they're looking for that transformation. I told you they're transforming. This is this masculine energy. They're transforming their mind, because when you have to look back, they wanted that forgiveness. It's connecting. That's when you have to use your intuitions. Who was selfish? Who was clingy? Was you loyal? Was you steadfast? Was you organized? Did you get that higher clarity? It was continuously going around because it was like a Tetris machine. You had to understand, because that was that complete trust within yourself, within the divine. If you didn't have that trust within yourself, you wouldn't have kept on moving forward. Spend money to be able to make money. So they was having to spend money to make money in that low dense energy. Then they was making back money. Then they was spending money. So you're going to hear about they took was social awareness, because they was detached from their emotions and their feelings. That was to be able to secure a home. 15, they were stuck with this low dense energy, because they thought that it was I'm creating. They thought they was to be able to create certain things because of who they were serving. Now they're looking back at who they were serving with, and they thought they was going to that victory, because when they was possessing, and that's looking now like publicity, and that's like plans to be able to transport and even move, because that's the Isaac, that's using your intuitions. They wasn't using their intuitions to have that full understanding, to be able to overstand about the actions they took, you took. Take this all as it resonates. Anything that could harm or cause harm has gone. Take it as it resonates. And let's get some more. Okay, I will see what I can do for you. So they're going to see what they can do for you. They may have said to the karmic, I can see what I can do for you. The karmic could have said to your partner, I can see what I can do for you. High clarity, high awareness. They may have to go court. They may have to seek a teacher, somebody adviseful. Everyone has an agenda. Some true, contains, sometimes acts, but always direct. So they can see those family members, those friends, that karmic energy had an agenda to be able to work. I hate hospitals. So you could hate hospitals, they could hate hospitals. Perfect fit. So that could be the perfect fit. Do what they want you to do. So do what they want you to do. Follow the rules and regulations. Dragoness, spiritual tie. And that's looking at the emergency of souls into the cross of science, and handle magical value. Azara. Ran a background check on them. Found nothing. You're faithful, loving, caring partner. Glad you never left. Don't want anything out of you. So they don't want nothing out of you now. You're going to see about these actions they took because of that self-worth. They lacked capacity. Oh, okay then. Thank you very much. So we've got Sagittarius. We have September. So that could be Sagittarius also, or we could take it as a Virgo. Just bear with me. So this is how the cards fell out. So they're gaining that high clarity now as to who you are. That's that 19. They can see you are that star shining just the way you are. Oh my gosh, you had that spiritual knowledge about the actions that they took. Now they're analysing because it's stress and it's causing conflict, because that's that introspection. Sun, about the life force. Higher ideals. Now they're looking at those higher ideas, because you should thank him, her. So now to say thank you, they want to come and thank you. If you love someone, you will do anything to be able to prevent death. So they want to come back towards you because they're having that eye awakening. They're gaining introspection now. They're looking back on the actions taken, because when you get 9, you have to look and think, oh my gosh, and that's 18. Illusions, what confusions, who put them into place, because about this feminine energy. And then you have to look, because they wasn't using their intuitions. And then now they're looking at this balance, because when you go back down, you got to go back up. That's the Most High's gift. Grandma, claimed child. A-B-U-S-C, emotional and physical. Everything I have works. No need to be able to chase it. So everything you have works. There's no need to be able to chase it. I'd like to be more closer to you. Need a love. £2,500 rent. Typical, use, expected. So something could be typically used and expected. If you love someone, you will do anything to prevent that unaliving. So you have to make sure things that you're doing, you unlocking keys, unlocking chains, the ones that dropped, already know what it says. Calling, check all data, bosses, registrars. You should thank him, her, so they can thank you. It says Kevin Gates, when it rains, it pours, but we'll leave how to fly again. We'll learn how to fly again. I know what he, she likes. People who matter will help because they care. Provide positive advice, not for likes. So they're around people, they could be coming towards you because they're transforming, that change now. They're getting in that higher clarity about certain people, Jezebel, spirits in the secret that they was holding on to be able to rule dominion over you. Those divine masculines, feminines, they're getting in that higher clarity now about certain people they was cooperating with, the communities, friends, family, relationships, a wife, ex-wife, ex-partners. That's when you have to have that trust within you. And it's the same one. Circumstances. You have to look at them because it has changed. So the same one, someone's circumstances, it's changed because now they're looking. They may be wanting to be able to help you because they can see that's that third eye clarity, high awakening, where you didn't have compassion, use your intuitions, didn't connect to those emotions, and have that higher awareness because that's when you got to look at the gate, what gate you're going through. And I forgot about this, we already know it because there's twin flame, they're transcending. Take it all as it resonates, guys.